To get to the journal for lesson 12, I'll show you real quick. Um, right here, when you click on lesson 12, there's a link right here, and you'll download the journal this time. And so once you download the journal, there will be instructions that will, like this. Okay, so what this is a journal entry where you're going to look for your passion, purpose, and place. Look at the questions under each of these categories. So under passion, do you have a strong sense of what activities you want to do as your life's work? If the answer is yes, then the stronger that you can answer yes will determine how large to make the circle for passion. So this red one would be the circle for passion, and you can make the circle big or small. So you're going to size that circle depending on how strong you can answer the questions under the category of passion. The other question is, do you have an idea for what your unique gifts and talents are? Do you kind of have a sense of that? So you're going to want to write about that. Give a sense about what that represents for you. And the same with purpose. Purpose is about your why. Purpose means, is there a problem I want to solve in the world? So do you have a strong desire to pursue a particular cause or solve a particular problem? Do you think a lot about why you would do a particular kind of work? So when you really think about that, how strong is that sense? The zookeepers have a strong purpose because they want to provide houses, homes for the animals. They have purpose in wanting to save the animals from extinction, and that gives them great purpose. Also, passion for zookeepers is strong because for a lot of them, passion is something you're hardwired with, and ever since they were children, they had this sense of something they wanted to do with working with animals. Now, for zookeepers, the passion circle is big, and also the purpose circle. They're both probably just as big. But for you, you may feel, okay, my passion for me is a little smaller, but my purpose is really big. I have great purpose in solving a problem or helping a group of people or improve life in some way. And for you, it may look like that. The same with place. You size the circle. Do you feel drawn to a particular organization or industry or geographic location? Is there a particular type of industry you want to work for or place that you want to live? How strong is that for you? If it's really strong, then that's going to play a lot into your decision as to what you do if that's the biggest one. So let's say Japan is where you want to go back to live, then you're going to want to find work that aligns with your passion and purpose that allows you to also live in Japan. And so these are how you size those circles. Right here, fill in the contents. It says review the reflective questions provided for each area. So you see all these questions in each of the area, and they continue over here. So you don't have to answer all of the questions, but you can answer at least five questions in each category. So what are some of your unique gifts and talents? So you write that out. Provide a good response for that. Think about your childhood. What do you do for play? Write it out. What does that represent for you? Do these activities tell you about your natural talents and interests? So write responses to at least 5 of them in each category to help you identify characteristics under each of these areas. Another way to understand each of these areas. So you have purpose. Another way of understanding what purpose is who and what do I want to serve? Place is where do I want to serve, and passion is what I have to give, is what is hardwired inside of you. So you're going to want to find where all three of those circles intersect or come together. So you see um, in this one, place and passion intersect, but purpose is disconnected. Maybe a person does not feel that their purpose is connected to their passion or place. Let me just move on to show you. So if you view zookeepers, um, they respond with things like, there's not much that they could do to get me to quit. I don't know what they could ever do that would make me leave, even if it was something I wasn't getting paid to do. So this kind of response from zookeepers gives them a great deal of purpose and passion. So let's look more about their passion. For zookeepers, passion is something hardwired within them. One of the zookeepers said, "It's an innate part of who I am, and I don't know if I can explain that. When you see that expression, it's in your blood, like football coaches and players can never retire because it's in their blood. Whatever my genetic makeup is, I'm geared toward animals." That shows a great example of passion. It's something inside of you. It's in your blood. You just have a passion to work with animals. For zookeepers, they do. Childhood experiences. A lot of zookeepers talk about being predisposed to working with animals in their childhood. So a couple of them said, I slept, I ate, I read reptiles when I was a little boy. I thought that's all that there was. Most boys my age, all they thought about was girls. Well, I thought about girls and reptiles, and one of them says. So you could see that in childhood there was this passion that came from inside of them to have an interest in animals. Then purpose. Let's look at purpose. Zookeepers have great purpose in working with animals. This is purpose is feeling drawn to a cause, to solve a particular problem or meet someone's needs. So most people think, oh, you should just turn these animals loose in the wild. Well, hey, there is no wild for a lot of these animals, none whatsoever. We've got to do something. And if captive breeding is the one thing I can do to stop extinction, then I'm fine with that. So you can see that purpose in this statement is strong because the zookeepers feel a need, or they're drawn to help or to solve a problem for the animal population. And then how does passion and purpose come together? How do they intersect? Well, so zookeepers, in this comment, you can see how it intersects. They say, I'm good at animal training because I have intuition with the animals. I can see something in their behavior that other people would not notice. So you could see purpose because they say, I have intuition. That's something inside of them. But then that's passion. And then you see purpose is that they want to train, they want to help, they want to serve the animals. So that passion and purpose comes together and they intersect right here in the middle. For place, a feeling that you are where you're supposed to be, or whether or not you know why you're there. So this place statement is, I was here 2 days and I knew this is what I was meant to do. I just fell into the right places. I'll admit that being where I'm at right now is 50% pushing me to a certain direction and 50% luck. So they feel drawn to work in the zoo. So place is a big part of the zookeeper's life. So you can see the interaction. So just in a nutshell, passion is their hardwired, something inside of them makes them want to love animals. Their purpose, they are compelled to help animals. They have great purpose. They want to help them. Their place, they want to work in a zoo. All of them intersect right here in the middle, and that gives direction. So right here, I'm happiest with the animals. I find peace among them. When I'm with them, the world stops and nothing else matters. It's just pure love, unadulterated honey, and you soak it up. So being with the animals, helping them, all those, they intersect right there and give purpose. Here's an example of a student's finished product. They describe their passion, they describe over here their purpose, they describe their place, and then they give right here where all three intersect, they gave a long explanation there. Same with this example. You can see the circles are different sizes here, but for this person, the circles were a bit the same, but this one, the circles have different sizes. I'm going to go ahead and email you this PowerPoint so that you can go through and look at this. If you get the chance to click on this video, watch the video to look at a person that worked with gorillas. In class, what we did was we had students interview each other according to these questions. And they talked about each one of these questions and how strong those are within them. There's also another video here that you can watch, characteristics about zookeepers. But this is what that final journal is all about. It's identifying for yourself all three of these areas in the journal, all four areas anyway. This middle spot is where you summarize how all three of those come together, if they do come together for you in the direction that you choose to go. For lesson 13 or journal 13, this is where you're going to look at the intersection of all three circles, that sweet spot right there in the center. And you're going to write a mission statement that describes that sweet spot right there. There's a few quotes from individuals that are very successful in life, and they talk about how important it is to develop your own mission statement. So that's what you're going to do. In the journal, you're going to see something like this. It says, I bring my talents of, and then you're going to refer to what you wrote about passion. List your top 3 areas for passion. What are you doing? You're going to bring your talents of, and then list what your passion is there to serve. Look at your purpose. Who are you going to serve? What problem are you going to solve? And then what place, where you are, where you want to be, where, so that what's the end result? What's the end result? And this can help you conceptualize a mission statement. So you're going to submit your own mission statement in the journal. So that's what lesson 13 is all about, is just submitting that mission statement. And then at the end of lesson 13, you will also have a little survey. There's 2 surveys to turn in at the end of lesson 13. And then that's the end of class. So I hope this was helpful, and let me know if you have any other questions.